la pioche, mon ref, mon frère, mon gars, Paul. Ça fait longtemps, mon frère. It's been a long time, man. We've been waiting for you to come back, bro.
Cold Palmer. We got the fire extinguisher for you, boy.
The World Cup started in what, 1930?
Something like that.
And what, out of 80 plus years, we've only had one World Cup in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a sign.
Why are you complaining? Because if this is Pep, you're going to be happy. If this is Jurgen, my scouser Jamie Carragher is not going to be talking how he's talking.
I'm excited to be back, man.
The agenda's back.
And with the agenda comes new controversy.
Good, man. Happy to be back. Another week, another agenda. Been missing for a while, so, let's bring it back, man.
Yeah, man. Back again. Back from work. You know how it is. Just get things done, innit, man? I'm tired, though.
It's good that I'm next to my brother Yems on this one because we have some very strong opinions on this one. So I'll let my brother Yems take the reins.
You listen and listen well. First thing, I'm off record. I'm going to say it.
Yes, boy.
England have won the 26th World Cup. That's the first thing I'm going to say.
Serious.
You see Thomas Tuchel, that guy is a cup manager.
Cup manager still.
Not a league manager. And I was saying this when he was at Chelsea. The guy is a cup manager. If you see his runs, if you see what he does in the league compared to what he does in a cup tournament, knockout football, the way he strategizes, this guy's a cup manager.
Bread and butter.
Not a league manager. If you saw what he did at Bayern Munich, disaster class.
Disaster.
In the league, absolute disaster class.
Shocking, mate.
What he done in the Champions League, you know how Madrid dominated that league, that trophy, came up short. It's Madrid. Won the Champions League with Chelsea. Pep done some dodgy stuff in the final, but he won it.
In this English Premier League, which we have seen since the inception of it in 1992, there's been no English manager to have won the league. The closest to have come to that is Sir Alex Ferguson, and he's not from England. So if you're trying to tell me as England fans, because I am not one, that Thomas Tuchel, who's a proven tournament winner, as everyone knows, he's a Champions League winner with Chelsea, Champions League finalist with PSG, performs usually very, very well in cup competitions. If you think he's not the guy to finally bring something home for you guys since 1966, you need to give your head a good wobble. So, yeah, that Wembley arch has been great for as long as I've known it, and he might just be the guy to bring it back. The only thing, if I'm you lot, that I'd worry about is, are my favourite players for my respective club going to play?
Why are you complaining? Because if this is Pep, you're going to be happy. If this is Jurgen, my scouser Jamie Carragher is not going to be talking how he's talking.
You know what it is? They just don't rate Tuchel. I feel like people that are going on about, English manager this, English manager that, he needs to be English. I just feel like they just don't rate Tommy Tuchel because the English manager, no English manager has won anything. And I think it's a great appointment. I'll call him Tactical Tommy because I feel like
that's a good one.
He can make every game go the way he wants it to go. Like in terms of, especially when it's a tournament football where you kind of, especially World Cup, Euros, you get a bit of time. You're focusing on one game at a time where you can come up with a game plan. You can come up with a right structure. And that's what it is with international football is your best players against my best players. And, well, I don't have time to coach them, so I'm going to bring up with the best possible solution for my sets of 11 to go on and win the game. And that's what Tommy Tuchel does. I think it's a great appointment.
But you know what it is, yeah? Just to be a bit like devil's advocate in this, yeah? You know what? I've always been somebody where I feel like to me, it does feel weird to be to claim to be like a top 5 nation, yeah? And your manager isn't from your nation as well. Like, it's always been a bit weird for me, innit? Like to see foreign managers manage another country. But
not me.
Having said that, our generation anyway have grown up watching England with foreign managers. We've grown up on Capello, Sven, etc. The second thing I'll say on this as well is I think Gary Neville actually spoke about it. And the thing about Gary Neville, you can either hit or you can even miss. And today with this one, I think he did hit with the point that England have no DNA. We've come from, like, all of us have played football. You've played football. I've played football. nobody can tell me what the England way is.
But their DNA is long football. Like, for example, it's crazy. You think about it this way. When we were kids, we played, at a young age, we were playing on full-size pitches where we had to kick the balls long to get to the other side.
That we know what the Spanish way is, we know what the German way is, that Italians very good defensively, etc. But what is the England way? Like, we just borrow it. Like, I'm even saying we, bro. I'm Nigerian, bro. But England are borrowing like elements from other people's games. An English manager has never won the Premier League. I take that for example. Pep has come to our league, dominated our league. Everybody's copying Pep. So I think the anger needs to go towards the FA in terms of coaching the next generation of coaches, investing in that, investing in grassroots. If you want to see the change, like, you make sure you need to invest in it. Because obviously I'm somebody that's even done my badges as well, but I just feel like the system needs to be better. Like, you need to nurture the talent in the country. I'm sure there's a lot of talented players, a lot of talented coaches in the country, but we often go down the lazy route of like just going down and hiring a ex-manager like a Lampard, for example, or a Gerrard, for example. Sorry to say that for you, bro. But
or Patrick Vieira,
or Paddy Vieira, like, or Thierry Henry,
Roy Keane.
But like, for example, we've had some good examples. Rob Edwards started at Forest Green, went to Luton, got them promoted. Obviously, they got relegated last season, but that's a good example of finding these managers,
even
like nurturing them.
Even like hidden gems, like a weird way in doing it. What's the Rennes manager? What's his name?
The Rennes. Oh yeah, Will Still.
Bro, his story is amazing. If you don't know about his story, look his story up.
Yeah,
football manager, now he's coaching Rennes.
Yeah. So like, the thing is, like I said, we just need to do better with putting English managers out there better. Like, Graham Potter had to start in Sweden to now come to where he was. Obviously, it didn't work out for him in Chelsea, but there needs to be more opportunities for English managers in England, and maybe you'll see change, and maybe you might see an England manager that's capable of bringing it home for you lot. But Thomas Tuchel, like my brother here said, England, it might be finally coming home for you.
What's happening?
Look at Spain's manager, for example, De La Fuente. He was only with the first teams. You know, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but just before the Euros had started, or something like that. Yeah, and he's gone on and won it. In other words, like, coaching in other countries is so much more streamlined, so much easier, and they actually take time to give their coaches the experience that they need. That's why some of the best coaches in the world right now are either from Spain or from Italy or even from France. So it's like, yeah, there's no one I rate from England anyway, apart from Eddie Howe. And it's like, even him is subjective, because it's like, they were saying, it's good that he's staying at Newcastle. He was never going to get looked up for the England job anyway. So it's all calm, man.
Like, obviously, you got your Potters, you got your Eddie House, you got even think about like Russell Martin. Like, all that, you can see that in terms of the new coaches that are coming up, they are adopting those kind of play styles. They're focusing much more on technical ability now than just running and fitness and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but like, we've seen from the moment Lee Carsley took over England, he was making bold decisions in terms of calling up Angel Gomez, calling up players that he's worked with in the under-21 setup. So it kind of felt like he was just kind of having a bit of fun with it, to be honest. But that's not to say that he wasn't taking it seriously. Like, he's still a great coach. And what you said is what I said was true. That I guess the England job does deserve a top manager that's won trophies. And I just feel like he doesn't really want to deal with all the like press stuff, and the England job is a heavy job to carry. So I just feel like he doesn't really want to deal with that right now. That's fair. Like, just build himself as a coach.
Hot take. I think from some point between the first camp and the game against Greece, he found out that he wasn't going to be the manager, and that's what I think. And that's what he was like. Oh, you know what? Let me experiment. And even after, we heard his press. Like, the way he was talking, like someone, at least someone that knows, I'm not going to get a job. I feel like they probably had a conversation with him, and obviously, but he can't go out and say, I'm not going to get a job. So you could just tell that I just think he knew that he wasn't going to get a job, and he was like, you know what, since I'm not going to get a job, let me have some fun. Let me put all my boys there, you know, put all the attacking talents there and see what can come out of it.
You saying what? Lee knows links, yeah?
Hey man, 80K out here.
I respect what he said. You want to go back to the under-21s. He's building something there. Go back there, achieve what you want to achieve, win that under-21s European Championship and move on. Obviously, the senior team, that's not his level right now, so let him develop, get where he wants to be. Happy days.
I just think that first and foremost, as a watcher of football, as someone who's obviously loved Africa, I'm Congolese and Angolan, so I'm very much like indoctrinated with Africa. I just think that what happened with the Nigerian national team is actually a disgrace, and I don't even think it's Libya's first rodeo at this sort of nonsense either. So it's like to see what they were doing, all in the name of just trying to get points in like AFCON qualification. It's a mad thing. You don't even have to go that far. What was it, like 20 hours like locked up, no food, no drink, no phone service to even call your parents and say, yo, like what's going on? Nah, it's a mad thing, man. Like, and CAF need to actually reprimand them seriously. Like, if we want to be taken seriously as one of like the footballing continents, then they need to be made an example of, like, whether or not it's docking points or like whatever. Like, something has got to give, because this can't be the way forward anymore, man. Enough is enough.
Well, I was talking to Yems before, like, obviously, whole situation is disgraceful, and it's a sad look on African football. It's a sad look on Africa as a whole, I would even say. Like it just, obviously, I love my nation. I love being African, proud to be African. But then when you see stuff like this, it's just like, why are we so behind like other nations and other people? Like, it all comes down to, it all boils down from the top to this and corruption and stuff like that.
The World Cup started in what, 1930?
Something like that. Yeah.
And what, out of 80 plus years, we've only had one World Cup in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a sign, like, poor facilities. CAF ain't putting the money into the infrastructure of football. They ain't helping us. I remember living in Ghana. I remember in school, we didn't even play football like that. I think only the older lots got to play football, and we're playing football on rock hard surfaces. Like, literally, you're kitting up, but you're playing on rock hard surfaces. Like, what kind of facilities is that? And I didn't go to just any bummy school. It was a good school back then as well. But yeah, that's just kind of, the facilities is shit. They don't really care about football. I just think, like, apart from Europe, and obviously you're Americans and stuff like that, you think about West Indies. Like, remember what Liam Bailey came out and said and spoke about how, in terms of the flight, he has to pay for his own flight, even the equipment and stuff that they get. Like, they're not ideal. They're not ideal conditions. And as a club, imagine you're leaving your club to go to play for your home nation, Africa, and you're like, what the hell? What am I coming here for?
It just needs to get better, because I'm somebody as well that will criticize when players go and play for England or France or etc. or Italy, apart from other than their African nation. But when you see stuff like this, can you really blame the players for going over to like the Western countries to represent them? Like, something needs to change, and it needs to change quick.
Me personally, I think the whole thing is a disgrace. It's a sham. The CAF need to put out a strong statement. They need to put out a strong stance. This cannot go on. If Libya get away with this, African football is just going to be looked at like a joke. This is why young stars don't come to play for the African countries. And stuff like this is the only reason I accept or understand when players born in Europe don't want to play for the African countries. You have stuff like this that's going on. You have all this corruption. It doesn't get sorted out, and it leaves a nasty effect, and we're looked at like a joke. When are we going to get this sorted out? Because it's not on. We're in 2024 now. You won't see this in the European nations. You won't see this in South American nations. You won't see this in Asian nations. It's a joke. This needs to get sorted out. And CAF, please, somehow, if you see this, just get your stuff sorted, mate.
It's the bottom line. Like Yem said, like, how do you expect other people to take us seriously as a nation, as a continent? Like, if you keep seeing stuff like this, like, and how do you expect to sway the likes of Saka, the likes of all of these players to come and play for a nation when you've got players like Iwobi and Boniface and etc. You got them sleeping on the floor in the airport in Libya. This is disgrace, man. Something needs to change.
Because if a team says my player, I don't want to send them out. I have every right to say that because I don't know if they're going to be looked after. I don't know if they're going to be catered to. How can you not eat or drink for 20 hours? Yeah, I can't blame them.
Hey man, I think they're on like 2 points.
I'll tell you the group. I'll tell you the group because you're in my group. So.
Oh yeah, no, my boys Angolan as well.
Yeah. So Angola are top with 12 points. Sudan are second with 7 points, having just beat Ghana 2-0, comfy 2-0 as well, by the way. And then they are third with 2 points, and I cannot remember who's bottom of the group, but yeah, it's not looking good for you lot.
No, it's not. I don't know, man. It's I remember. Well, I think it was when we lost to Comoros in what AFCON was it? I think it was not the one that came, but the one before that when we lost. We lost to them. I remember I was in the space, and I remember Kevin Prince Barton was talking, and I remember he was just talking about football in Ghana, and then just how obviously in terms of the footballing government over there, about just how poor it's been over there. And like even he was talking about even during the run in 2010, like it wasn't harmonious like it seemed. Like there was a lot of things going on in the background, but they just kind of, the best players just kind of, put it to one side and just kind of, let forward with it. But that's just kind of what, I don't know, football in Ghana hasn't been great at all. We still have the Ayew brothers playing like in big 24. Like, Jesus.
See, this makes me happy because let me share my experience. I like to share a bit of my history with you guys. For almost all my teenage years, Paul Pogba was my favourite player. 100%. And I'm a Liverpool fan. He won me over at Juve. This guy was my favourite player. 100%. I was watching him doing absolute ridiculous stuff for the France under-20s at the World Cup for them. I was watching him come into the France team as a senior, dominating a great Spanish side as a 21-year-old. The talent this guy has is ridiculous. It's just sad that he went to Man United and they derailed his career. But see, Paul Lebel Pogba, he's only 31. A man of his abilities is technique, strength as well, but he's got good knowledge of the game. So I don't feel like he'll be a bit off it. Maybe he'll be a bit rusty, but all Pogba needs to do is stay fit. If Pogba can stay fit, he has at least 3 good more years in him, and he will be at that 26 World Cup if he can stay fit. I love this guy. If you want to come Liverpool, Paul, we'll accept you with open arms, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I need to bake on that one still.
La pioche, mon ref, mon frère, mon gars, Paul. Ça fait longtemps, mon frère. It's been a long time, man. We've been waiting for you to come back, bro. I don't know what the guys are hating. Like, what do you mean, bro? Hey, bro, it's been a long time, man. Been waiting for someone like Paul to come back and show the real hoopers what it's about, man. It's good for football in the sense of, I feel like football was going down like a dark way. Like we weren't seeing any more like Mavericks, as you want to call them. And I've said that him and Neymar are last of the real. Yems came out earlier on and was saying that, like being a fan of Paul Pogba was like all he knew, and he's a Liverpool fan. So it's like for the rest of us, like Paul Pogba, like I don't know, man. Like that guy is just football. If you know what I mean. Like if you know football, you know Paul Pogba, innit? So like having his ban reduced to the level that it's been, it's a good thing, man. Welcome home, man.
Oh, this guy 100% favorite player, bro. I had shirts of Paul Pogba. Like I said, even when he was at United, like I had despised United players. I despised United as a club, yeah. But Pogba, when he went there, that one broke my heart. I can't lie, because bro, what a player! What a player, bro. We've all seen his performances. What was it? 2018 World Cup. World Cup was it?
Yeah. I think he was better than Modric,
bro. 2018 World Cup, and then obviously somebody went and won the Ballon d'Or. That's when the Ballon d'Or started.
When Modric stole it from Cristiano Ronaldo.
So, but yeah, man. Hopefully he kicks on. We've seen links of him to like Marseille, etc. I'm excited to see. Where he goes. I think Marseille will be a good move for him. Obviously, Marseille building something crazy over in France. But to be honest, like I said, like DM said as well, player visibility could probably even do a couple more years in the Prem, but you got to be in the right team, right conditions. Don't think it's realistic. I don't think it will happen. But yeah, man, Mikel Arteta, pick up the phone, bro. Eddie, pick up the phone, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I thought I was never gonna see Paul Pogba play football again. After he got that 4-year ban, like him and obviously Neymar. Obviously Neymar got injured at ACL. He's coming back. He's in training now, and obviously seeing Pogba ban reduce, like being able to see him on the full pitch again, like during I remember 2018 World Cup. Even the 2021 Euros, which I thought that game against Switzerland,
Kylian Mbappe,
he balled out just to be let down by Mr.
that teenage mutant.
Yeah, let's not even talk about him. But no, it'll be exciting to see him back on the full pitch. Just kind of doing what he does. Hopefully he stays injury free, because obviously that's another issue that he has. And just kind of making sure that he makes that 2026 World Cup squad, because he's probably like 32 now, 31 now. Yeah, so next World Cup, probably if you're lucky, maybe in the years after that'll be his chance. Like he loves playing with France, and like he talks about it all the time. So it'll be good to see him back on the pitch.
Bro, that 25-year-old old man is about to make Ten Hag cry, bro. Bro, United, to be honest, like. I said it last time as well. Ten Hag has a knack. When he's under pressure, when his back's against the wall, he's going to pull a few results together. I don't...
Like Oli,
Yeah, bro, literally, like Oli. I remember there was so many times you thought Oli was going down, bruv. And then he just kept pulling it back. But United at home, Old Trafford. Yeah, I think United win that game, to be honest. Brentford have been in good form. It's either they win or draw. Like, I don't think United will lose. But yeah, to be honest, that is what it is. Yeah, it's just going to prolong the inevitable for Ten Hag.
Bees are going to try sting them early, not really going to come to the fore. I'm going to go, because Ten Hag is in trouble, 2-1 United.
Yo, Brentford got something for these boys. I'm telling you that now. I think, was it Ten Hag's, one of his first 3 games in charge, they faced Brentford, and Brentford gave him like 4 or something.
Yeah, there was when
Josh De Silva, all them man were just killing them.
Josh De Silva, by the way, what a player.
What a player. I played with him once,
Yeah. Well, Arsenal Academy, Hayland, yeah.
But, bro, and Bournemouth's got something for that team. United are not winning this game, I'm telling you. Old Trafford used to be a fortress in my day.
Fear of nightmares.
Bro, when you go there, a lot of teams just hope for a draw at most. Now, it's just open Trafford, bro. Guys just run through there, do whatever they like. It's long. 2-0 Brentford. Oh, shout out to Marcus Rashford, though. He's finding his feet. He's finding some confidence in himself. I like it.
Yeah, fuck United 10 times. Bees, do your thing. And Mbeumo, do your thing. Thomas Frank, do your thing. Let's move on.
Yes, obviously. Big game. Was it, what we like, 7 games in or something like that? Mm-hmm. I'm happy. This begins our 10-game run, where it ends at, is it Madrid or
something like that, bro?
Or who is it, City or something? One of the two. This 10-game run, we're about to take you on the slot tour.
So what? You're coming to the Emirates?
The slot tour.
How many points you leaving with from the Emirates?
What?
From the Emirates, bro.
How many points we leaving with?
Yeah.
We're snatching all 3, baby.
Bro.
We're snatching all 3. Let me tell you something. This slot tour that we're about to be on, I never picked my team to lose. Never. 8 wins, 2 draws. I don't know who the 2 draws are, but I know we've got Chelsea,
he's done that
Madrid,
he's done that nice and
Arsenal.
tactically. He's done that nice and tactically.
I'm not going to say win 10, but I'll never say my team's going to lose.
I see what he's done there, bro.
8 wins, 2 draws.
I see what he done, bro. I like your style, bro. I like your
start
style.
with a win at Chelsea.
You
think I feared those boys?
It'll be interesting, because now you're facing a team where you know other teams when you play like a Palace, you can have lots of concentration, because they got good attacking players, but your attacking players ain't potent. They ain't going to cause damage, whereas at Chelsea, they got such array of attacking talents that they can cause trouble. I am excited to see how that game goes, because this ain't like I remember last year where we battered them 4-1, but that was just pure intensity, whereas this is going to be a more of a calm game, where we're not going to be like front for the first 5 minutes. It's going to be a more of a mellow game. It's going to be chilled. I just want to see what kind of... I feel like we're going to be... Us and Chelsea are going to try to be very similar, whereas Chelsea try to play American football, try to play some football, but also they really cause problems from the threat. So I'm kind of excited to see how this kind of game goes, so tactically how it pans out. But hopefully we win that game. I expect to win that game. We are home, so it's a must that we win that game, especially going into Arsenal next week.
Cold Palmer. We got the fire extinguisher for you, boy.
Say that.
You lot are losing to us 3-1. I'm only saying 1 because Alisson's not there. Because Carragher, second best number 2 in the world. No, sorry, the best number 2 in the world instead of my best keeper in the world.
Best number what? Best 2? You're mad.
Yeah, you know how it is. Focus on work, focus on your career, make sure you're successful. Shout out to G1 and, you know, Mr. Controversial for not being here. They got scared. I think they're trying to find some honey.
Love for the 500 subscribers. We thank you dearly. It means a lot to us. We're growing, you know, young boys from the ghetto, as they like to say. But I'm trying to make a way in this world. Pray to God always, get me? We're nothing without God. Always give God the glory, give God the thanks. Say a prayer in the morning, say a prayer in the night. Like, comment, subscribe. The slot to us started 8 out of 10 wins.